I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. When we first viewed the house back in 2011, this picnic table was sitting out next to the garage in the front. Lydia thought it was great. She sat there and looked at the house and fell in love with the place. Because she liked this picnic table, it was part of the romance of the place. When one of the legs had a problem, I fixed it. The front bend rusted through and rotted off. So I went and got a piece of 1.5-inch conduit, put on 2 conduit clamps and fastened it in place. That fix held for 7 years. But now, it's rusted through in another spot. Actually, in 4 spots. Each one of the legs is rusted through. This one's almost completely gone. That one's pretty bad. You can see the dust running out of it there. This one is rotted out there so I can stick my finger through it. And that one's just about the same. So it's time to replace it. And to do that, I went to Menards and bought another set of legs. The boards are still in fine shape, but I'm going to have to get the nuts and bolts out that hold the boards onto the legs, and I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult than I originally thought. The legs are held on with 1/4-20 carriage bolts. And unfortunately, we got one off. That's good. The idea of a magnetic socket is a good one, but it does have a problem. It doesn't let you pull the nuts out that easily. Oh, we got one free. Now, we do it the blacksmith method. To make that work, I'm going to need an assistant. It's a lot easier to strike down from a standing position. When it comes to getting the job accomplished, definitely will. I'm only a somewhat patient man. And I do enjoy using hand tools, but there are times when power tools are just the best choice. Yes, that is girls screaming. Actually, they only scream Monday through Friday when they're in the playground. Girls scream a lot. They seem to rather enjoy it. My resident female expert says that is something that certain girls just get a great deal of pleasure out of. Myself, it would drive me nuts. Extension cords are a pain. Well, the legs are off the main part of the table. And even though this looks kind of dumb, this shoe comes off. So I'm going to use this to clamp it down to the bench. I'm going to put some extra screws in here. They only put one on the outer boards, and that lets them spin around. So it's a bit hard to keep them lined up. There, that should keep everything square. Ryan was going to have a party in the backyard, so I needed to finish this picnic bench. Well, like most times, while I was busy putting the bench together, the camera stopped. I didn't notice. I was rushing trying to get the bench put together. So you missed out on putting the seats on and fastening on all the legs and getting everything braced up. But it's all pretty simple, and the directions give a really good description of how it works. Basically, I drilled holes in the board and put carriage bolts down through and fastened them in place. Because this bench top had been assembled before, I didn't have to worry about measurements. All I had to do was follow the original positions. The holes were in slightly different spots, but everything fitted together pretty well. The bolts in the top are about a foot away from each end. And it's a 8-foot bench, so that means about 6 foot in between the legs. Same thing on the seats. Capacity on the seats are about 500 pounds per side. Go much more than that, you're going to start bending legs. It's a great picnic table. It's held up for a long, long time, and with a new set of legs, I can imagine I'm going to get another 10, 12 years out of it. Might outlast me. You never know. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. It's Sunday in suburbia. Everybody's building something. Lawnmower's running, rototiller's running, hammering, pounding, me talking, a lot of background. Thanks for watching.